Let's start the class with a prayer. O God, the origin of all knowledge, bless all of us so that we may learn the subjects better and do our duties well. So, last class we have learned about the force and its effects. We learned what is push, what is pull, the different types of forces. Yes. So, shall we read the chapter so you'll understand a little more clearly. Lesson 11, Forces and its Effects. Take the book in your hand and also a pencil with you. We'll underline the important points also. Force and its effects. Living things can move from one place to another on their own. Non-living things around us cannot move on their own from one place to another. How do we make them move? To make any object move, we either push or pull it. Let us learn about push and pull in detail. Push and pull and their effects. Look at the given picture. To move a cart, we need to either push or pull it. When we push an object, we hold it and try to move it forward. The object moves away from us. That is push. So, there are many examples given. We push a door away from us to open it or close it. We push a striker playing caroms. We push a ball with a racket while playing tennis. We push a cart in a mall. While pulling, we move the object towards ourselves. Following are some examples of pulling. We pull a door towards ourselves to open or close it. We pull our socks up while getting ready for school. While playing tug of war, we pull a rope towards ourselves. In a bullock cart, the bull pulls the cart towards itself. Okay? So pulling is the opposite of pushing. Pushing is moving it away from us. Pulling, moving it towards us. Now, a pull or push that makes an object move, that is called the force. What makes an object move? Because of some energy exerted to it. That is known as the force. Put in bracket. Put that in bracket. We apply force to make things move. Is there any other way force is helpful to us? Let us find out. What do you do to stop while riding a bicycle? What will you do to stop when you ride a bicycle? You will use the brakes. Through the brakes, we are applying force on it to stop the wheels from rolling. So, force helps us to stop a moving object. Yes. Now, come down. You see, we also use force to make an object move faster or slower. When we apply more push or pull force, what happens? Objects move faster. We apply less force, the objects move slower. When you open a door, if you push or pull it very lightly, it will come slowly only, it will be opened or closed. But if you do it with great strength, what happens? It will be hitting on the wall itself, isn't it? Yes. Now, slams into the wall. Force is also needed to change the direction of a moving object. A batsman needs force to change the direction of a ball by hitting it with his bat. Turn the page. Now try this. There are many examples given for you. Take a plastic bottle without a cap. Crush it. Its shape will change. Now second one. Pull the two edges of a sheet of paper in the opposite direction. It will tear. Now take a fully blown balloon and press it. It will burst. Using the force to all these things. We can tear, we can break or change the shape of objects by applying a force. So let us see again what we have learned about force. What is it? Force can make an object move. It can make a moving object stop. Force can change the speed of a moving object. Then fourth one, force can change the direction of a moving object. And the last one, force can change the shape of an object. Yes, now we will see the different types of forces we are using in the day-to-day life. We have learned that we apply force to move, stop or change the shape of things. Some forces act all the time in nature. Let us learn about them. Gravitational force. Sometimes the objects may move or stop without anyone applying any push or pull. For example, rain. Do we pull the raindrops towards the ground? No, they are pulled towards the ground by some other force. In the same way, the ball that we throw up, it comes back down without anyone pulling it. Why is it so? Yeah. The force that pulls down objects towards the earth is called gravity or gravitational force. Put in bracket. The force that pulls down objects towards the earth is called gravity or gravitational force. Okay. Next we come to the frictional force. Second force is frictional force. Friction is a force that acts against the movement of objects. It acts against the movement of the objects. It will stop. It will make the objects to move so fast. That is the friction. Let us see how this happens. Take two blocks of wood, one with smooth edges and the other with rough edges, flat edges. Now slide both on the floor. Now you take a ball and a duster and move it. Which will go faster? With the which is ball, because of the rolled surface of it. What do we say? The block with smooth edges move faster and for a longer distance. The other one does not move that far. This is because of the frictional force that act against the moving block. Objects with a rough surface develop more friction because it cannot move so fast. The smoother the surface, the lesser will be the friction. So, the force that acts whenever any two objects drop together or are in contact is called frictional force. I said about the table and the floor. There are two objects, the floor and the table. So I have exerted force a little more hard. I have to pull it, isn't it? Then only it will go because both are in contact with each other and there is force, isn't it? And my leg, our feet and the floor. But if I add some water, then what happens? If you don't know that it's water, what happens? It will move. We will go fast. Will go fast. Okay. So that is the frictional force. That yellow color, that you can put in bracket. That is frictional force. Next is magnetic force. Have you ever played with a magnet? Have you noticed that it gets stuck on your refrigerator? It can also attract objects like the rings, iron nails and iron paper clips towards itself. Can you tell why? What's the reason? This is because a magnet has the power to pull certain metals such as iron and nickel towards itself. So things made of these metals get attracted to it. This attraction force of a magnet is called the magnetic force. Next, muscular force, the force applied by the muscles of our body to do various kinds of work. We use the muscular force to run, walk, stand, sit, push, pull, carry things and so on. Okay, so that is the muscular force. Okay, so that is a chapter. I hope it is understood. Hope I understood. You have understood it. So read the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.